He's a deadbeat with a little flavor in his step, Derek Jackman. He's a nerd from a galaxy close to your heart, Mason Andreessen.
It's all good. The applause, you know, well deserved, right? Ah, shucks. All we did was make a video. Applause, dang it. I deserve this! Feed my narcissism! Gosh dang it! What's up? My name is Derek Jackman.
And I'm Mason Andreessen.
Yes, he is, and welcome to my channel. I'm assuming that you've seen my last video. If you have not, then what the heck are you doing here? What you need to do is you need to cycle over to that video, watch that 22 minutes of garbage, and then come over here and finish this video, and then you'll be caught up. That's just how it works.
The context would be good, for sure.
Totally Drama Island. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. But before we actually dive into this recap, I want to just make this announcement. First of all, I'm going to be making this video in the future where I'm going to be answering any question that people ask me. So go ahead and leave any question that you have for me. It could be, what is your favorite color? It could be, what's your fondest memory at the age of 2? It could be, how many people have you killed? I don't know if I have as many fingers as I do death tolls, so...
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Somebody put that in the comments, that'd be good.
Yeah, so ask me a question, leave that in the comment section below. Also, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button, click that bell for post notifications so you can receive my bi-weekly content! Also, Mason has finally gotten himself a YouTube channel. So I'll leave that in the description below as well. Go over there, show him some love, comment on some of his videos, maybe dislike some of his videos.
Oh, thanks, man. Screw you.
And subscribe so you can receive his future content. For those of you who need a little bit of a recap, I had challenged Mason to watch the first season of the Total Drama series, aka Total Drama Island. So in the last video, we talked a little bit about relationships. We talked about who he thought the main antagonist was going to be. He made some predictions, and we talked about the elimination process. So what we have with us today is a list of who he thought was going to be evicted in what order. So I have that right with me. I put this together as you weren't looking, Mason, obviously. It's definitely not going to stay up. Let's see. How are we going to make this work, Mason? Oh!
Hey. I'm not sure if they'll be able to see that.
Can you see this? Can you see this? No? You know what we're going to do? We're going
to hold it up in front of us. Okay. Then you won't have to see our faces, you know?
This is mine.
There we go.
Alright, Mason. Alright, Mason.
Yeah.
So, this is your elimination guess, right? So you had Tyler out first, you had DJ as the winner. How do you think you did, Mason? How do you think you did?
Oh, I was so awful. I wasn't like specifically keeping track as I was watching through, but yeah, I messed this up pretty bad, yeah. Like, basically every prediction I had was wrong.
I think you got evil, right?
Maybe like I think probably the odd one in there. I was probably like in the right spot in the elimination order. But I don't know. There was a couple things that really threw it off though. Like because there's only 22 of them, but 26 episodes, and like with the return of Eva and Izzy, that totally threw off like how I imagined this all going down. So
totally. That makes sense. Is there any that you were shocked didn't go further than you expected?
Let's see, it was, I expected DJ, of course, like, I had him as the winner, but, like, I really expected him to get a little bit farther than he did. I can't remember exactly where he got kicked out, but, like, he was one of, like, I think he was one of the cooler characters, and he didn't really, like, cause a lot of issues or whatnot, so it was kind of a surprise when he got kicked out, yeah.
Let's pull this off. You want to pull the top one off?
Okay.
Ready? And 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
It turns out of your guesses, you got exactly 0 right.
Bada bing.
So I want to just talk a little bit about this cast. First of all, what did you think of the cast?
They were a very interesting bunch. They're all very unique, very different. They all had their own quirks and whatnot that made them original characters, which was that was good to have a pretty broad variety of different kinds of people and that kind of thing. So that was good. However, there wasn't really any of them that were really normal, you know. Like they were all like so unique to the point where like they're all like very odd people that you just don't normally meet these kind of people. Some likable, some others not. And yeah.
Okay, so before we actually dive into the core of that, let's put this back up on this pedestal up here.
Okay.
Also known as the Golden Throne of Total Drama. Oh baby, there it is.
Maybe screw that down a little bit more there.
Oh yeah.
That might just work.
That might just fall. So myself and the audience were very intrigued with your opinion on this because you're kind of a newcomer, especially to this community that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are curious as to who your favorite characters are.
Okay. Favorite characters. I really liked DJ. He was really good. My original thoughts on him from the previous video, like I thought he was gonna be like the nice guy who like tricks everybody kind of thing, but like he pretends like he's a nice guy, that whole kind of thing, but manipulates him. But he was actually a pretty genuine dude. I really liked his character and his whole relationship with the bunny. It was really fun. But yeah, so like he was a good, lovable character. I was really sad to see him go. Yeah, he was really great. And then I was kind of surprised at how much I liked Gwen and Trent and like their relationship. And they both developed into some pretty good characters. And they were actually like somewhat sane compared to the rest of the cast.
Comparatively speaking.
Yeah. And like I definitely felt for them as like a couple being like more like the protagonists of the show. Yeah.
Great comments. A lot of people in the comment section have taken a guess at who my top 2 favorite characters were.
Okay.
Now today I want to reveal one of them. The other one is in the next season, and they become my favorite character because of the next season. So I'm gonna hold off to talk a little bit more about them.
But wait, Derek, does that mean there's gonna be another season?
I don't know, dude. We'll just have to continue through this video and find out.
Whoa. It's like Billy Mays. We're like,
But wait, there's more!
Rolling back, a lot of people took a guess at who my favorite character was. My top 2 favorite characters. And let me tell you, you got one of them, but you didn't get the other. None of you were even close to the other one. However, only one person got this person right. Who do you think it is? I'll give you 3 guesses.
3 guesses. That's your favorite character.
And if you get them, I'll just cut you off right there and then.
Okay. Duncan.
No.
No. Okay. Trent.
Boom, baby!
There you go.
Okay, I understand that Trent might not be your guys' favorite character, but for me, I love Trent. He was one of the most relatable characters in season 1.
Yeah.
He was super down to earth. And granted, we're talking about season 1 here. He does play that stereotype of that one guitar dude that like nobody likes in college. The one who always ends up getting the girl in the end because he's that hopeless romantic, Romeo, that guy, that one guy. If you're in college, we all know who that guy is.
Yeah.
However, on the show, I found myself rooting for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like even like when the going got tough between like him and Gwen, you were just like, come on, like you can do it, man, you can get the girl.
I'm gonna be quite honest, one of my least favorite episodes, and it's not because it was poorly produced, it's because it broke my heart, was the episode that Trent got evicted.
Yeah, that one was brutal. Like Heather, she's so evil. She like totally manipulates Trent.
She's the worst!
Oh, we hate Heather. She's the worst. Yeah, she's awful.
We don't like her. So on that note, what is your least favorite episode, and who's your least favorite character?
Okay, least favorite episode. Oh, that's a tough one. There are some bad ones.
Yo, I would just receive his texts every once in a while. And every once in a while he'd be like, oh, this is great. And then every other text was like, I freaking hate this.
I was like, yeah, I would seriously be like, Derek, why am I watching this show? Like, this is awful. Oh man.
But there were some golden gems in there.
There is some good stuff, some good comedy in there, sprinkled in, you know. I can't think of like specifically a worst episode. Although near the end in the semifinal round, it's just Owen, Gwen, and Heather, and they're doing like all these super gross challenges. Some of those I was like dry heaving a little bit. so gross. And then least favorite character, definitely Heather. Yeah, she's just the worst. She's manipulative. She's just so mean and brutal to everybody. And yeah, she's awful. But coming in close second is actually Owen. I hate Owen.
He's the worst. Like, it's so weird because he's like the icon of the show. Like, people love Owen. Owen's just like
so gross. He's just like, see, I have friends that are like, that kind of like fit like the look of Owen. They're kind of like the bigger guys, but they're just jovial and happy-go-lucky kind of people, which like Owen is to a certain extent. But he's just gross. Like, he's just so gross all the time, and you're just like, it's so cringeworthy. Like, if this was any other show and you had a character like that, like, I feel like people would be like repulsed by it, but for some reason, like Derek's saying, it's like this icon of the show. And like, I was appalled when he won. I was like, what? Like, I texted Derek, and I was like, dude, are you freaking serious? Like, Owen won? Are you kidding me? Like, he shouldn't have even been able to climb the flagpole. Like,
remember, this is a cartoon. It expounds upon children fantasies here.
I know.
So,
I know.
Yeah, and we were actually, recently, Mason and I, we were in the hot tub, and he was one episode away from the season finale. So we knew who the final two were. He knew that it was Owen versus Gwen. And I remember making a statement, and I was trying not to give it away, but it was pretty obvious what I was alluding to. I was like, for me, it's pretty obvious who's gonna win. I'm like, if I was rewatching it just from the beginning, I could tell you exactly who was gonna win from the beginning. And Mason was like, yeah, it's pretty obvious that Gwen was the protagonist of the season. I knew she was gonna win from the beginning. And I was just like, oh, like, she technically does win in the alternate.
Well, yeah, like, but yeah, I don't know. Like for me though, like, because the series does focus more on her than it ever does on Owen. And so it did come as a surprise to me that he would win because he never really got the spotlight that much, just like comparatively. You know, because there was so much that was built up about like Gwen and Trent's romance and all this kind of stuff that for me at least it made me more connected to her character than I ever felt to Owen because I was repulsed by Owen because he's nasty. And so like, yeah, I wanted to push that out of my mind that he would be someone who would win.
A potential candidate for success.
Yeah. So.
But he's like that underdog, you know what I mean? And I personally find myself always rooting for the underdog. I love the underdog, and I think that's why earlier I had liked Cody so much, is because he was that underdog. However, I see exactly where you're coming from. You know, if Owen was replicated in real life, like, it'd be pretty disgusting, but remember, it's a cartoon. All of the stereotypes are to the extreme. They are radicalized. I mean, you look at Jeff, like, do we really have anybody who is like Jeff nowadays? Like, we have that one guy who's the party goer. Ooh, look at that, another subscriber. Thank you so much, by the way. But we know that one guy who's definitely the party goer. I have friends who definitely don't like wearing shirts, but they love wearing the button up open so that you can see their abs. We all have that friend, but we don't to the radical extent of Jeff.
Yeah. No, like they definitely, it's they're caricatures of real life types of people for sure. But yeah, like so I get that they can go over the top with it and stuff. But like, there's some points during the show, like when it's just like. It's like reality TV, right? It's just like, Heather should have been gone way before the semifinals. Like, everyone hates her, but then like, they always find some dumb excuse to be like, oh, well, actually, let's get this guy instead. We'll come back to you, Heather. You know, like,
for real. Okay, something that really ticked me off was when it was, I feel like this character got jicked so hard, was Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Justin, freaking third one. Okay, technically the fourth one out, but if we're looking at Eva coming back and then not placing her as the second one out, Being the third one out, like Justin should have stayed a lot longer than he actually did. Like he was that quiet one. Usually the quiet ones are the ones who make it to the very end.
Those are the underdogs, right? Because like they stay off the radar and like they do the one cool thing every now and again. People are like, oh yeah, they're kind of nice, you know, whatever. But
They almost won the talent show for them just by looking good.
seriously, like the drop of water like sizzles off.
But instead, he's the one that goes home over Heather.
Seriously, right? Because like, and Heather just pulls this jerk move, reading the diary, the whole thing. You know, it's just like, what reason? Like really, like what reason would they have to eliminate him over her? You know, it's like I guess just to increase the drama of the show, total drama, of course. But you know, it's just like really.
At that point, he's just a static character playing a stereotype.
Yeah.
A stereotype, which is tragic in itself, but
Yeah.
you know, it happens. The one thing I will give the show, though, is that each character is so unique to the point where I know every single one of their names.
Yeah.
And I feel like, do you know every single one of their names? I
Yeah.
feel like you do.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what makes it so unique, is like, the show in itself gets you acquainted with 24 people, you know, I'm including Chef Hatchet and Chris McLean.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know every single one of their names because they're so unique. Each one of them has a specific quality that makes them stand out, and I think that that is one thing that has made the show so impressive.
Yeah, that's fair. I could agree with that.
So on that note, is there anybody on the cast that you think got gypped the most?
Gypped the most.
The gyppage of a character.
Oof. Let's see. As far as characters who totally got gypped, Lashana for sure.
Oh, dude.
Like she was a great character. You know, she had the classic, you know, black girl sass. It was great. Like I loved it. You know, like she was a fun character, and like, you know, she was always like supportive of like the quote unquote good guys. You know, and there was a conflict between her and Heather that was really great. And then like she totally got gypped because like all the losers, they get to choose like the, you know, whoever gets kicked off next. And they're all like trying to say not Lashana, and then they tallied up for Lashana anyways. And I was like, really? Like that was the saddest way to go. It was like, it was totally unfair. There was no, like they didn't mean for that at all. So it was like, I don't know, I really felt bad for that. So like she was a great character. Like if she hadn't gone, I could have seen her being out alone for the final, yeah. And then yeah, you bring up a good point with Trent. I think he's the other one who really got gypped.
Oh!
He got put in the worst scenario possible. Yeah, so.
And then also someone else that I want to give an honorable mention to is Jeff. Jeff got gypped hardcore. Like the reasoning of them like evicting him is that he's the nice guy.
Yeah.
Like I remember like Gwen is like, he's the nicest guy ever, and then like Duncan's like, exactly, that'll do it for you. And I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
like Jeff, there's no reason to get rid of Jeff.
Seriously,
He should have gone all the way too. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing like a Lashana Jeff finale.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That's a sweet finale.
That would be a good, like, because it's like two, in my opinion, lovable characters. Because I don't consider Owen lovable. But,
So out of everybody else, who do you think would be cool just as a mix in a finale? Let's say we were to bring anyone back, you know?
Okay.
Who do you think would be a sweet final two? Give me two pairs of people who would make a sweet final two.
ooh. My very first thought is to keep Gwen and have Trent make it to the final. Then it'd be like a Hunger Games, like, battle of the lovers.
Baby, that would have been
That would have been cool, you know? Like,
But then Trent totally would have laid it down and given it to Gwen.
that's true, that's true. But I don't know, like, just, yeah, the classic, like, the star-crossed lovers stereotype, you know? I think
But what if like, yeah, no, it would have been cool if like Heather had messed with it, she made it to the final three, it was like Trent and Gwen, and then she like messed with the relationship so they actually thought that, you know, they didn't like each other, kind of like how they got evicted, and so they compete intensely, and then in the end, yeah, that would have been super.
That would've been super.
That's a great idea. They need to put us in charge. Okay.
DJ being one of my favorite characters, I would love to see him make it to the final. And then just like, I think it would be really fun if it was like sheer dumb luck if Lindsay made it to the final. You know, I would be super unlikely, but just like if by some crazy fluke, which crazy flukes happen in this show all the dang time, so like I suppose you could somehow write that in, but that would be that'd be an interesting combo, I think.
You never know, it's always up to the writers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Something I would have loved to have seen, and I don't know if this is a good idea for the future, I would love to see a Tyler versus Eva finale is because Tyler sucks at everything. He's the underdog that I root for individually. He's not in my favorite list by far, but he's funny, he's comedic relief, he sucked at everything, but he's the jock that sucks at everything.
Yeah.
So he kind of like betrays the stereotype. Okay. And then you've got Eva, who's actually the athlete. So I would love, by dumb luck, to have like Tyler win against Eva. That would have been a sweet finale.
That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah. Two of my favorite episodes. The first one being the one with the psycho killer.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that one. I think it's hilarious. And like for me, the fun fact about myself is my guilty pleasure is horror films. I love scary movies. I love them so much. So when Gwen and Duncan were talking about the stereotypes of scary movies, like I was there with them. I was like, that would totally be me. Like, if I was in their placement, I would be the one who would be making the list. Like, guys, this is how it goes. It's obviously the girl who puts out more that dies first for the black guy. That's the stereotype of the horror film. That's the first person to go. Second person to go is normally the one who is more chill. Someone who has more of a directive. Just because they want to freak you out, make the audience more unstable.
Yeah, because like when they have like that solid ground of someone who keeps their cool, and then they take that out of the equation, and like everyone loses their minds.
100%. If a character has a cell phone that's working, boom, we're taking him out. No freaking way. You do not get stable ground in a horror film.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then you get rid of the rest of the cast until you have the guy and the girl, and then you get rid of the guy, and you got the final girl. That's how it goes. Every single horror film. Well, not every single horror film. Some, go away from the stereotype, but that's, So I loved watching that. I honestly loved it so much. And I loved the little showdown between Gwen and the actual psycho killer.
Oh yeah, where she's just like, come on dude, like I know you're just acting. That's so great.
And my other favorite one is the one where they're all on the island and you see the losers. I like that one, even though, despite the fact that Lashana gets evicted in that one, I loved just seeing all the losers again. Like, that was cool. That was totally chill.
Yeah. No, that was a good one, yeah. I would have to say probably my favorite, can't remember what the name of the episode was or like what else happens in it, but it's the episode when Beth finally stands up to Heather when they're doing like the deer hunting thing with the paintball guns,
Cody gets evicted.
Yeah, that's the one. And but like it was so great because like Heather, she's just been like totally using Beth and Lindsay this whole time, and then Beth's just like, you know what? And then they just like light her up. It was so yeah, it was just like little taste of sweet justice, that was nice.
Yeah, a little bit of early victory.
Yeah. Even though Heather, continued on and all that stuff, it was just that little sweet justice.
But she got what she deserved. I mean, her character literally screams narcissism. So the fact that she got her head shaved in the end, that was vengeance in itself.
That was good.
Like, I was really happy. I thought, when I first watched it, I thought the finale was going to be Owen and Heather.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought. I didn't think too much of Gwen. I thought she was cool and chill, but I didn't think she was like final two worthy until she actually made it to the final two, and I was like, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
But granted, I jumped in when it was the final four. So I saw immediately that it was Duncan, Gwen, Heather, Owen. And I was like, Heather's the villain, final two. Owen's the protagonist, final two. You talked a little bit about how there were 26 episodes in the season. Would you be shocked to know that there were actually 27?
Really?
Yeah. Here's a hidden episode.
Let's go on Netflix.
Oh.
Is it like, do they like put that at the beginning of season 2 on Netflix or something like that? Or like how does that work? Like where do you find it?
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
You're probably gonna find it online, and this alludes to my next point. Let's just bring this up here.
Okay.
So Mason, let me go to just Billy Mays here and tell you that there's more. But wait, there's more. Boom, baby! So there is a season 2, and the audience themselves have been asking for us to preview season 2.
Okay.
Because your thoughts on season 1, they're so valued. You're so precious. So is this something you'd be interested in?
I don't know, man. Like, season 1 was pretty brutal. Like, there were days that I was just like, I don't know, I can keep doing this, but... I would love to do season 2. That would be fantastic.
That's what I thought. What I want you to do is we're going to take a guesstimate in this episode.
Okay.
On who you think is going to be in season 2.
So it's not just a whole new cast like every other reality TV show.
It's not. So let's put this down right here.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to stand up now. There are 14 individuals chosen from this cast to participate in season 2. So they choose some of the most noteworthy characters from season 1.
Interesting. Okay.
So what I want you to do is I want you to choose.
Okay.
And as you're doing that, as you're kind of arranging those 14, I'm going to give this camera just a little bit of a message. Now Mason, you better not cheat on your phone! You put that phone away, mister!
Dang it, you caught me!
I freaking knew it! So I'm going to get kind of real here, guys. I want to express appreciation to Noah and all of the other people who had channeled through onto my video. It seriously means a lot. I've almost doubled my subscriber count just because Noah gave me a shout out. Now, I truly am filled with gratitude for that. So as a thank you, we want to continue this series to review these seasons, which is why we're going to do a review on season 2. Going from 105 subscribers to 182, that is just something that people can't put a price tag on. I want you to know that I know who each and every one of you is, at least the ones that show up in my subscriber box. I take note of that. I take note of those who leave comments in the comment section. I read every single one of your comments, and it is just so flattering to receive them. I hope that I can continue to entertain you guys. On that note, I want you to know that there is so much more to this channel. I do vlogs every single week, and I make miscellaneous videos every single week. So go ahead and show some love over there. Also, if you're watching this video and you actually don't know who Noah is, go over and subscribe to his channel. He does reviews on Total Drama, and it's quite fascinating how much he expounds upon it. So go over there, show him some love, what little love I can provide his way. Let's get back to it. Now, of course, those of you who are watching this who have actually seen Total Drama Season 2, you'll know exactly who the cast is. So this is kind of an interesting prediction too before the season starts. So the next episode that we're going to do is a little prediction video for Season 2 after we watch episode 27, which is Total Drama Island. That's literally what it's called. Okay, let's reveal your cast.
Okay.
Your choices.
Alright, so I took a couple things into consideration. I was of course thinking about like some really notable characters, as well as some of the relationships that were touched upon, that kind of thing. So let me put this up here, Derek. Take these, okay? And here, Peach, thank you. Okay, so this is the cast that I've selected. Again, I'm probably totally wrong again, but at least a couple of them should make it in, because yeah.
Yeah, let's showcase this to the video real quick.
Okay.
Let's. You guys see that? I'm sure you see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what, Mason? I wish I could keep my mouth shut real quick, but it is stunning how accurate you are. I did it, you guys! It's interesting because you only have one character wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Daggum, I'm good.
I mean, you technically don't, but you technically do. That's how interesting it is.
Okay.
Okay, like that in itself. You didn't cheat on your phone, did you?
Oh, absolutely not. No, like cross my heart. Swear, pinky swear, on camera for all of you guys to see. No, like honestly, you guys, like I would love to like keep up on everything, but I've actually avoided reading the comments just so there's nothing spoiled for me. So like I've just the only thing is just going on Netflix to watch the show. Like besides that, I have no exterior.
And you haven't seen episode 27?
No. I finished with the final episode thing, like the final episode, like really or whatever it's called, where Owen wins it. That's the last thing I've seen. So yeah, I just like I put this together just based on notable characters, certain personalities that I think they really did well with throughout the show. So like Owen, of course, because he won. Shauna, her and Harold's whole thing, which they never really they didn't really get to play on that a whole lot, which I think could be a big part. Of course, Gwen and Trent, all that.
Well, I gotta cut you off real quick before we actually go into it, because we're gonna have an episode fully devoted to this.
Okay.
Fully devoted to, season 2 in itself. But before we do, actually, I do have one question. Actually, because as soon as you watch episode 27, you're gonna understand exactly why this person is in Total Drama season 2.
Okay.
And I'm not telling you the actual name of season 2 for a reason. Okay?
Okay.
But why do you think Justin is going to be in season 2? Out of all of them, Justin was the third one evicted technically.
Mm-hmm.
Why Justin?
Well, it's like a couple things. Like at the very in episode 1. When he first gets off the boat, Chris is like, "We only brought you here because of your looks," and then I think that's one of the only lines he says, where he's like, "No, I get it." He says a branch of 3 words in the whole show. So I think just for the comedy factor of just him being the hot guy, I think could be a thing. And then as well, we don't get to see anything about his character or personality, and which I don't know. I think there's potential there because he's the quiet, cool guy. He's like the Master Chief of Total Drama. He's like the boss who doesn't really say much.
Oh boy.
So I think he could make a cool comeback and actually be valid to the story. So yeah,
that's interesting. Very interesting. Very intriguing. Okay, guys, we want you to stay tuned for the next episode where we predict what season 2 is going to look like. We're going to have Mason watch episode 27, and then we're going to come back and film that, and then edit that, and then release it, and give it to you guys on another Tuesday or Wednesday. I've been releasing Tuesday, Wednesdays.
I'm quite proud of myself, actually.
I'm impressed too. Do you have anything to say before we sign off?
No, this has been a really, it's been an interesting experience going through season 1. It's had a couple of good times, and a lot of times I've just been shaking my head wondering why I've been doing this, but I'm glad that you guys are really enjoying it, and so yeah, I hope that you guys continue to like these. Because yeah, it is a fun experience to go back and watch Derek's nostalgia and watch him freak out with, as I react to it and whatnot. It's pretty fun.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, we appreciate you coming on with us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And when I say we, I mean me and the audience. Thank you for watching this and having us, guys. That means a lot. In the comment section, who do you think my other favorite character is? Leave that in the comment section below.
Bada bing.
Bada bing, bada boom. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell for post notifications so you can receive my bi-weekly content. I'm Derek Jackman.
And I'm Mason Anderson.
Over and out.